I don't got my broadcaster voice today. Alright.
There's like 3 in a row about our inner goddess.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how to read those ones as the inner. What the fuck does that mean? I'm trying to think how I should introduce the word higgledy-piggledy.
Does it have a definition on the...
Well, yeah, but I mean, today we are brought to you by higgledy-piggledy. Like, okay, I'll try it. Today we are brought to you by the word of the day. Oh, motherfucker. Today we are brought to you by the word of the day.
Higgledy-piggledy.
Higgledy-piggledy, in confusion or disorder. Desired pools dark and deadly in my groin. What does that even mean? Oh, I know what that means.
This is one, like, I'm down, like, I'm on, like, 36. I grabbed it quickly, I squirted toothpaste on it, and brushed my teeth in double quick time. I felt so naughty, it's such a thrill.
Ugh.
Did she brush his teeth with his cock?
I sure hope so. Let's get this bitch started. Hey there, folks. Welcome to the Drunken Pen Writing Podcast. I am your host, Caleb James. With me is the master of disaster, the ass blaster, Spencer Church.
Hey.
Today we decided we would have a fun episode for you, and we are going to be reading and breaking down 50 terrible lines from 50 Shades of Grey. Now, as of the recording of this, I guess there's a new movie, 50 Shades of Grey movie. I'm not sure which one.
Probably, yeah.
3,
I think
4,
that dude
yeah.
doing the last one, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, but by the time this is released, I'm sure people will have forgotten about the wonderful cinematic brilliance of 50 Shades of Grey, Grayer. What is it called? First Grey Man of the whatever.
All the Greys.
Oh man, these are just terrible already. All right, number 1, and I'm gonna read some of these in the voices, but I'd imagine this is gonna be pretty terrible. So if you want to jump in on any of these two, feel free. Suddenly, he sits up and tugs my panties off and throws them on the floor, pulling off his boxer brief. His erection springs free. Has your erection ever
Sprung?
sprung?
No, I don't know. I don't think so, no.
When your erection gets sprung. My anaconda don't. Okay. Suddenly he sits up and tugs my panties. That's romantic.
Yeah, I mean...
Now this one I just thought was gross. Number 2. Desire pulls dark and deadly in my groin. Now when I hear the word pools, like just a thick thing of liquid, I'm just thinking of, what is it, like ass water? Just
like after like a hard workout?
Yeah,
like,
you just gotta pool of taint sweat.
Ugh.
Cooch juice. That's disgusting.
Just they're simulating.
Desire pools dark. And why is it dark?
Maybe she's been a while since she's done any washing or something.
You know what? I think I know why it's dark. And let's go to number 3. He reaches between my legs and pulls on the blue string. What? And it gently pulls my tampon out and tosses it into the nearby toilet. Holy fuck. Sweet mother of all. Jeez.
No. There's so much wrong with that one.
That's what I was going to say. It's not even the grossness of the pulling of the tampon out that was disgusting. Just the general writing of that.
And granted, I don't have much experience with tampons myself with not needing them, but should you not put those in the toilet? Wouldn't it just soak up all the water and you couldn't, aren't those meant to be thrown in the trash?
Like magically just swells up to a gigantic marshmallow
Yeah.
tampon. I don't think they work like that.
Oh,
but
no?
No.
I just thought they sucked up
I
all the...
still
all
don't think it's a good thing to flush them down the toilet, but does that let's break down the actual awfulness of the sentence. He reaches between my legs and pulls on the blue string. ... What? Explanation point. And ... And then he goes into more tampon pulling. There's just so many ... I don't understand. And then she throws in the G's at the end, like that's
like,
supposed to.
Like what are you like 60? Like
Not chinkies. Okay, number 4. I line up the white ball and with a swift, clean stroke, hit the center ball of the triangle square on with such force that a striped ball spins and plunges into the top right pocket. I've scattered the rest of the balls. I guess they're playing pool, but
I was gonna say, like, I could not, like, if I didn't know what pool was, I'd have no idea what the fuck they were doing right there. Like,
yeah, was that supposed to be a metaphor for something? Is there, perhaps there's, in context, there's more to that scene than just a run-on sentence.
I'm pretty sure they don't know what metaphors are. When the person who wrote this book.
E.L. James, I think. I like that answer. I don't know. Here's my personal favorite so far, number 5. Because I've only read half of these, but this was the one I really enjoyed. Don't you like the butt drawer? Who doesn't like a good butt drawer?
Now, I imagine the butt drawer is just full of butt pleasure things, I'd imagine. Like plugs and lubes and...
well, it's probably not full of butts, and I'd imagine it's not shaped like a butt, so...
Oh, that would be awesome, though, if your butt drawer was just like a big, like, round anus thing. Like, what's in the butt drawer? Well, what the fuck do you think's in the butt drawer?
What's in the butt drawer? There's a lot of things kept in the butt drawer. There's so many ways you can go with the butt drawer, too, now. Because I'm sure when this was written, those sex doll craze that we're having right now wasn't as popular. Now you have a butt drawer. You might have some butt accessories, like a Mr. Potato Head for your sex doll.
Yeah, you could just, like... add on and
like tonight I want little Asian butt, tomorrow I want gigantic donk. Number 6, and when I first read this I didn't realize it was like fucking chemistry. Argon, it rings a distant bell from chemistry class. An element, I think. There's nothing for that one.
I wonder why that's in there. Like, what could that have possibly been used for? In a sexy slut book, I don't.
It's so much fun to read these when you haven't read the book.
Yeah.
Or you don't know any context of anything. You just get the terribleness of the fucking story itself.
But you know, like, the bad thing is, like, I'm just reading through these. I've got better stories in the beginning of porn videos. Like,
number 7. I sit up and reach for the orange juice, drinking it down too quickly. It's delicious. Ice cold, and it makes my mouth a much better place. That was so wholesome.
Until the end, because what's it a better place for?
Well, hold on, let me read ahead real quick. Nope, that doesn't help. Yeah, exactly. When I'm getting romantic with a lady, I don't want her drinking orange juice, like...
So citrusy, like...
Like, could you imagine if, a girl was with a guy and he just takes a big swig of orange juice and then... goes downtown? That can't be good.
Loves that
Too
OJ.
much acid, yeah.
Loves that OJ.
Loves that OJ.
Maybe they were gonna go on a slow drive in a white Bronco, maybe.
I don't know about that. Some women love the OJ, and some have had a bad experience. Number 8. Oh, this one here. Do you want to be Anna or Christian?
I'll be Anna.
Okay. Dr. Green is coming to sort you out.
Why?
Because I hate condoms.
It's my body.
It's mine too. I feel like you had to add the creepiness to it's mine too. Like, that doesn't sound like some kind of sex thing to me. That sounds kind of like a rapey vibe.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what this, like, isn't like the whole book is about, just rapiness?
Molesterin?
Yeah, like a lot of it. I do believe.
Christian Grey's the old-timey molester.
What's that whole, like, dominatrix, like control over you kind of thing?
Dominatrix?
Yeah, like...
I guess, but I watched the movie, and it was terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there was no... For one, there was no butt drawer in the movie. I found that quite disappointing. Now that I'm reading this, I mean...
It's a damn shame.
So the women that read this book were promised a butt drawer, and there was no butt drawer.
Well, I did hear that from, like... Good luck trying to find a woman who hasn't read these. At least, like, the first one. And, like, they've always said, like, I've always heard them say that, like, the terrible movie's nowhere good as the terrible book. Which, I don't know that big.
Number 9. He said such loving things today, but how long will he want to do this without wanting to beat the crap out of me?
kind of sounds like he's already is, isn't he? From some of the stuff we've read already.
9 entries in, he sounds like kind of a douchebag. Number 10. My subconscious looks on with approval, her normally pursed mouth smiling, and I am the supreme puppet master. Now, is that supposed to be from his perspective or hers? I don't know if
his, because it's her pursed mouth, which I'm not exactly 100% what that's supposed to mean.
I love me a pursed mouth. It's sexy.
Does that mean it's just like big and it's full with a whole bunch of stuff, unnecessary stuff that doesn't need to be in there, like lipstick?
I think it's the opposite. Like you sucked on a lemon.
Oh, okay.
Like purse, not like an open purse. Like you just got a big gaping mouth. You look like Steven Tyler.
Yeah.
Ah, you're gonna eat the soul out of. Okay. Number 11. Okay, I'm gonna make sure this is her this time. I flush. My inner goddess is down on bended knee with her hands clasped in supplication, begging me. What did she flush? The toilet or? There's another. Yeah, number 12 is also inner. My inner goddess is beside herself.
The next like 5 are like inner goddesses.
Goddesses.
Goddessesness.
Goddessi. My inner goddess is beside herself, hopping from foot to foot. My inner goddess fist pumps the air above her chassis lounge. My inner goddess stirs from her 5-day sulk. My inner goddess is doing the meringue with some salsa moves. It's so terrible. She's doing the meringue with salsa. My inner goddess is doing a triple axle dismount off the uneven bars, and abruptly my mouth is dry. What the fuck is happening?
Like, this inner goddess is one fucking athletic person, I can tell you what, like.
She's kind of skanky or something, or maybe she's just like an Olympian. What does that mean? She did a triple ass mount off the axle mount, not ass mount. Triple ass mount might be what they're really doing.
I think that would have been better. Like.
Yeah, the triple ass mount. Off the uneven bars. Why'd her mouth get so dry?
I don't know. Like, I want to know how close all these inner goddesses were in the story. Like, were they all within the same paragraph?
I hope not, because if she goes from dancing the meringue to dry mouth, uneven dismounting.
What about fist pumping to her chesty loins?
It does not say chesty loins.
Oh, no?
We're done with the inner goddess. Number 17. Oh, this is a mouthful. The remaining subclauses of this clause 15 are to be read subject to this proviso and to the fundamental matters agreed in clauses 2 to 5 above. 2 to 5 above. So he just throws in random legal jargon.
It's, I don't know, maybe one of them's a lawyer or something.
Well, he's rich. Is he a lawyer? Does it explain why he's rich, or is he just...
He's probably just one of those rich douchebags, probably.
Yeah, there's random, young rich guys that don't exist. 18. Suppose he returns with a cane, or some weird kinky implement.
What, is that saying that the cane is a kinky... is that supposed to be kinky too? Like, what kind of cane is this? Is it instead of being a cane where you pull out and it's a knife, it's just a huge dildo or something?
Like the old penguin cane, but instead of shooting bullets, it just shoots dildos?
Yes, that'd be awesome.
I like the sword dildo idea. He just looks like a normal cane, and he's just walking all gimped up, and then he just does the Willy Wonka fake out and falls forward, and then when he hops up, just big dildos in his hand. Number 19. Mentally girding my loins, I head into the hotel. Well, who hasn't mentally girded their loins? I do that at least once a day.
All the time.
Constantly.
Doing it right now.
20. He's my very own... Come on, man. Well, somebody actually wrote this, and it got published. He's my very own Christian Grey popsicle.
You need to be able to buy those. You need to be able to pick that up at Walmart.
I feel like I wouldn't care for the flavor.
Well, what flavor would it be, though?
I would imagine a
Grape
salty
flavor?
coconut.
Or maybe it'd be the citrus OJ flavor.
Well, number 21, this is pretty straightforward. Feel it, baby. He doesn't seem like a man of many words.
No.
I'm assuming he's saying that.
And all the ones that he used are terrible.
Yeah, they're not good. E.L. James probably doesn't write men very well, I would imagine, because I don't think I've ever seen her. I picture the person that would rip off Twilight to make a fan fiction sex book. Wouldn't it be the most attractive?
Has it ever done anything else other than these books? Like, have they been able to parlay this into something else other than just like smut like stuff?
I do not know. Okay, here's another dual one. You wore my underwear.
Did that shock you?
Yes.
I mean,
out of all the butt stuff, the tampon pulling, the dildo cane, the goddess dismounts. It's the underwear that you're wearing my briefs.
How dare you?
You goddarn harlot.
What about if it's like whitey tighties? That would be a little weird, I guess. But I mean, still though, considering the book.
He's a rich guy, so he probably wears those weird red bikini briefs, like the real tight ones.
Yeah.
Number 23. The elevator whisked me away. The elevator whisked me with terminal velocity to the 20th floor.
What kind of fucking elevator are you on? Like, have you ever been on an elevator that whisks you anywhere? Like,
beat you like a thing of eggs. All right, here's actual writing breakdown for this one. The elevator whisked me with terminal velocity. This is a case where less is more. You don't need to explain that. Just she gets on the elevator, goes up.
Yeah.
There's no need for the speed of the elevator or how it carries, unless it's a Willy Wonka chocolate factory elevator.
Because like I was saying, like, elevators only go so fast.
Yeah.
Like, and they're not fast at all. Like,
no, it's not blasting you at terminal velocity to the roof.
The only time elevators are going fast is when they break and you're pummeling to your death.
Yeah.
That's the only time they're quick moving.
Maybe he's Iron Man.
Oh, okay.
That would explain the elevator situation. Or Bruce Wayne. I have to picture him more of a Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne's into some kinky stuff.
Yeah. Oh, he would have to be. I mean,
with the bats and the whole cave.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can't tell me a section of that cave is not a sex dungeon. There's just not a whole weird wall of just sex implements.
You would hope so, at least. I mean.
That'd be.
And then Alfred have to clean them all.
How many dead hookers do you think Alfred's had to make disappear?
Too many.
I feel like if it's more than one, it's too many. One is one too many. Okay, 24. I push open the door and stumble through, tripping over my own feet. Well, whose fucking feet are you gonna trip over? The dead hooker, maybe? Like, who else's feet are you gonna trip over? I push open the door and stumble through, tripping over my own feet and falling headfirst into the office. Double crap. Me and my two left feet. Ah, schnucks.
I hate it when that happens.
I know, and you can't walk because you clearly have mental imbalance. That's also a case of terrible writing. I mean, why do you have to explain this?
Yeah,
Just a simple, I stumbled, in excitement, I stumbled through the elevator, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be this big meandering sentence.
Yeah, that could have been like half as long and just as good.
And all the exclamation points she puts in everything is unnecessary.
Well, what do you think there's more of? Exclamation points or dots?
I don't know, there's a lot of M dashes here too.
Oh, yeah.
In wrong spots. Like right after the double crap.
Yeah.
Did you need the double crap? Oh, double. Who says that? Have you ever just like, oh, I hammered my thumb. Oh, double crap. Oh, fudgicle. You just break your leg. Oh, banana bread.
Double banana bread.
You're writing a fuck book.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what it is. A glorified fuck book, but then she has to speak like a nerd.
Right? Like, I don't...
This person does not exist in my world. I've never met somebody who is into all this weird kinky shit, but is also a wholesome librarian on the side. Okay, where are we at? 26? 25. And from a very tiny, underused part of my brain, that's a... out of the underused parts of her brain, I think there's more than just this one.
Yeah. Probably
located at the base of my medulla oblongata, near where my subconscious dwells, comes the thought, he's here to see you. Why she had to bring out the
Waterboy reference?
The medulla oblongata. Like, why do you have to talk about the medulla oblongata? Again, that's not
my
necessary.
Mama said.
My mama said Kristen Gray likes to put dildo. Why does that paragraph even need to be in the book?
I don't... Yes it does.
Here's how a normal writer would write that paragraph. He's here to see you. That's it.
Yeah, just that bit at the end.
That is it. That's how it ends. 26. Yeah, I'm already getting fatigued.
Right? We're just halfway through.
His gaze is intense, all humor gone, and strange muscles deep in my belly clench suddenly. Some belly clenching, huh?
Just too many tacos.
Other than the fact that, again, just unnecessary. 27. That night I dream of dark places, bleak white cold floors, and gray eyes.
So is it dark or is it white place? Like...
Yeah. Dark places with bleak white cold floors. How do you see the white floors?
If it's so dark.
Because how do you see the gray eyes in the dark?
Unless if they're on the white floor.
That doesn't make any sense. 28. His voice... You know there's going to be some people, if they listen to this, that just happen to love 50...
Oh, probably.
You guys are fucking assholes. What she was trying to say was that his mesmerizing gaze carries over to her subconscious and...
Well, then do a better job of trying to describe that.
I would like to say step 1, learn how to write. Step 2, write. Step 3, all the other stuff that leads to publishing. But for her case, it was just write some shitty fan fiction and you just get millions of dollars.
I wonder who was like the editor or whatever that fucking stumbled across this book and was just like, I need to publish this right now.
Can you imagine the first draft of this?
This might be the first draft.
It might be the first case in history of a bestseller. I don't know if it was a bestseller, but I would imagine. I've seen it everywhere.
Yeah, it would have to be. Like, fucking everybody read it.
I didn't read it.
Whoa.
But how could you have a book like this and somebody had to edit it and this is what came out? Like, this is after the full-on... Because that's a big process.
Yeah.
Like, most writers edit their book themselves, and then a professional editor comes and edits, and then there's a second round of edits.
Could you imagine what got cut?
Man, I can imagine these were like quadruple the size paragraphs about her fucking loins girdling and
tampon throwing.
Tampon throwing. Okay. 28. His voice is warm and husky like dark melted chocolate fudge caramel or something. ... or something. Again, okay. His voice is warm and husky like dark chocolate or dark melted chocolate. Okay, that's almost... I mean, that's still kind of lame, but at least... Okay, cut it there. But then you throw chocolate fudge caramel or something.
Like, what's the or something?
Why was any of that necessary?
I've eaten me a lot of, like, chocolate and never was just like... You know what this is like? Husky.
It's husky.
This chocolate is very husky. Like.
Man, this chocolate is like a trucker's voice. It is so deep and burly. You know what I like? I like when you get apple pie that just has that flavor of like sailor spit. You know, it's just
scurvy.
Scurvy. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt on this, since it is a fuck book or a romance novel or whatever they label it as. That's like the one genre where you can have more than necessary like details describing things.
But they should still be good though.
Oh yeah, definitely would be good, but I mean, we've met some romance writers, and
yeah,
it's not always good. But still, I mean, melted chocolate fudge caramel or something. And then why is the ... or something?
Yeah, why couldn't it just be or something? Okay. And you don't need to pause there.
oh God. Speaking of sailors, Arr. Number 29. No, I'll do the proper screen, but it is spelled out R. Arg! I cry as I feel a weird pinching sensation deep inside me as he rips through my virginity. If he's ripping through her virginity, first, who is a virgin and just goes right into fucking sex slave?
Yeah, like, that's
usually an awful illegal activity that precedes that. Not somebody willingly, yeah, I'm gonna get ripped.
Just deep pinching.
Deep pinching. That's awful.
What is he, like is he like pod crab?
His dick's got claws. He just goes in there. Man, old Lofter Dick Gray. 30. I'm so glad I decided to wear my best jeans this morning. I mean, that doesn't seem so awful.
Again, that's the whole out of context thing.
Yeah. So glad I decided to wear my best jeans this morning. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
good for you.
31. I must be the color of the Communist Manifesto.
What color is that?
Really red.
Yes.
Have you ever been so embarrassed that you're just like, commie?
No,
Damn
I can't say that I have.
Oh, man. That's just so shitty. Nobody says that.
Yeah, like...
Never in my life have I thought I was so red. I was the color of the Communist Manifesto. 32. I am all gushing and breathy, like a child, not a grown woman who can vote and drink legally in the state of Washington.
Why'd you have to throw in the state of Washington?
Well, I guess that's where they're at.
But why can't you just be like, not like a grown woman who can vote and drink legally? Like, you don't need that in the state of Washington. That's if you're getting paid by the word, I guess, but...
Yeah, if you're getting paid by the word. If you're in, like, school and you have a word count...
Yes.
You start throwing in sentences like that. Here's how this paragraph, another writing tip for you folks. Here's how this paragraph should have began and ended. I am all gushing and breathy. End.
Yeah.
And you don't even need the breathy part. I'm all gushy. I'm out of breath. Whatever it is. You don't need the child and the grown woman who can vote and drink legally in the state of Washington.
Yeah, because, like, that I don't know if you want to be thinking about that as you're reading this, romantic, air quote, novel.
Nothing girds my loins more than the state of Washington.
Right?
When I'm thinking, oh man, I think it's time to get down and dirty. Hey baby, you want a nice IPA from Washington? I like that Starbucks Corporation.
Oh, how about we vote after this?
Ooh, baby. Nothing gets my number like voting Republican.
The best. The best.
33. He has a coffee which bears a wonderful leaf pattern imprinted on the milk. How do they do that? I wonder idly. The fact that the I wonder idly is in the quotations means that's a part of what she's saying.
Yeah. That doesn't seem right there.
You know what? These are all in quotations, so hopefully that just means that because they took them out of the book. I was thinking these are all in the actual her speaking, which would have been awful if that was dialogue. So that the I wonder idly. Still you don't say that or think that to yourself. I never thought I wonder idly. She wondered idly.
Yeah.
If you want the dog. All right, 34. Well, if you were mine, you wouldn't be able to sit down for a week after the stunt you pulled yesterday. You didn't eat. You got drunk. You put yourself at risk. It's like Uncle Phil from The Fresh Prince.
You were?
It's like Carlton.
And I'd imagine that she wouldn't be able to sit down from the spanking. But that's not what my mind first goes to when I read that. Like,
actually,
especially when we already established the butt drawl and everything.
Yeah.
Like,
well, you know what? Actually, I'm wrong. That reminds me of Alan Thicke from Growing Pains. Just the whitest.
Just
I'm
white
so
brain.
disappointed in you. That's just a step above. If it wasn't for the spanking, I would say Danny Tanner. 35. My hormones are racing. That's just shitty.
Yeah.
Your hormones don't race. I mean, I'm assuming that has something to do with sex. Like maybe some sexual situation was about to arise or whatnot, and then her hormones were fluctuating, maybe. 36.
Oh, this is reading through. This is probably before the podcast. This was probably my favorite.
You could read this one if you want, then.
All right. Grabbing it quickly, I squirted toothpaste on it and brushed my teeth in double quick time. It felt so naughty. It was such a thrill. And as I was saying before, like, was it his cock that she put toothpaste on?
It has to be because she grabbed it quickly. Why would she put toothpaste?
And why would, like, that would be the only reason why I think she was, like, naughty about, like, why she felt so naughty if you're not using a member to brush your teeth, like...
That can't get the plaque off very good.
Right?
I really hope she's not using the tip.
Oh.
Imagine getting up in a molar with the tip.
Ah.
Ooh, that was smart. I might actually have to research this now because that has me interested.
Right? You can imagine passing that off on the girlfriend, like, hey, honey, this is for your own good. This is for you, like.
I'm assuming this again is just the out of context. I'm hoping what she grabbed quickly was the toothbrush. Number 37. Oh my, sweat and body wash and Christian. It's a heady cocktail, so much better than a margarita, and now I can speak from experience. Are they in the shower?
I hope.
Or did he just get out of the shower and did a piss poor job washing himself? And can somebody's body odor be a cocktail better than any margarita? I've had some good margaritas and they didn't taste like sweaty ass at all.
I mean, unless if you were like, you just got done playing basketball and you're all sweaty, so you got like the salt like a margarita, like a margarita maybe.
That is a connection I did not want to make.
Well,
Like when I'm reading about sex scenes, I don't want to, or romance, or just even a general story, I don't want to put the connection of somebody's sweaty taint in a margarita or anything that goes in my mouth.
just drink it all up.
Drink it, baby. 38. And there it is, a white helicopter with the name Gray Enterprises Holdings Incorporated, written in blue with the company logo on the side. Surely this is misuse of company property. So she just went, like, full on
Just expedition, just like
FBI, yeah.
Here's a whole bunch of information that we really don't need.
Here's a quick pointless info dump for you. He is Christian Gray Enterprises Holdings, so maybe that's what a hint at his job, I guess. 39. My subconscious has reared her ugly snide head. So her subconscious, is she a goddess or a bitch?
Both.
Both. 40. Does this mean you're going to make love to me tonight, Christian? Holy shit! Did I just say that? His mouth drops open slightly, but he recovers quickly. No, Anastasia, it doesn't. Firstly, I don't make love. I fuck. Hard.
Yeah, I do like that though at the end.
I like his part, really. That's like that's such a shitty example of over machismo.
And it makes it. This is another one of those weird like. Are we gonna make love tonight? But then immediately after that, holy shit! Like what? Like how do you talk? I don't.
Yeah, because before she's all G's and jinkies and all that, and then she's holy shit. You know what else I don't like about this story? It's all in present tense. Like, did I just say that? His mouth drops open slightly, but he recovers quickly. Like, everything is just happening as it is happening.
Yeah.
Most of the time, that's a thing amateur writers do, is put everything in present tense. Unless it's done purposefully, which this clearly isn't.
And I mean, and why would your mouth open suddenly if you already had that locked and loaded of, I don't make love, I fuck.
Yeah.
Hard.
Hard. Again, the ... 41. Why are we looking at a playroom? I am mystified. You want to play on your Xbox? I ask. He laughs loudly.
Ha ha ha.
Okay. 42. Christian Gray just sent me a winking smiley. Oh my. Again, is this are these out of order or anything? Because I'm hoping this was at the beginning of the book, because if this is like middle or near end after all the kinky stuff.
Yeah, what's a wiki smile doing?
Yeah, is that really arousing you? Is that tickling your fancy there? Okay, 43. Why hasn't he given me back my panties? I steal into the bathroom, bewildered by my lack of underwear.
Where did they go?
So he stole her panties, and her cheap ass can't just get more panties.
Right?
My grandmother gave me those panties way before she died.
This has been a family heirloom passed down.
They hold sentimental value, you son of a bitch.
They're just making buy you more. Obviously, he has enough. If he has a helicopter with his name on it that he's misusing for, work-related things, he could probably buy you, like, at least a double pack of panties.
I would imagine first he could probably take her to Victoria's Secret to get the good stuff.
Yeah.
But he probably only goes crotchless panties.
Yeah, probably.
Definitely, and that could be a problem. 40. This guy sounds kind of like a rapist too, or some kind of stalker, because who just steals panties and tugs on? Like most women would be immediately, not just immediately, severely upset about that.
Yeah.
Like, how is this new movie coming out after like the last year of all like the Me Too stuff and
Oh,
all
yeah.
these horrible allegations?
Right.
I don't picture after the Harvey Weinstein bullshit that people were just like, you know what I need? I need this fucking creepy millionaire guy that I can't relate to ever being in a relationship with somebody like that. That's a story I want to read. A girl who's just submissive to that douche. That abusive cock knocker. 44. My anxiety level has shot up several magnitudes on the Richter scale. Her anxiety is so bad, it shows up on earthquake measuring devices. That is hardcore.
That's impressive.
It certainly is. 45. How could he mean so much to me in such a short time? He's got right under my skin, literally. The ... literally. That part changes the whole meaning of that sentence.
Yeah.
Like, it starts off, how could he mean so much to me in such a short time? He's got right under my skin. And thinking, oh, she likes him. And then, literally, like, oh, wait a minute.
That if they just stopped at such a short time, good, decent sentence.
Perfect
and
sentence.
Then, he's got right under my skin. ... literally.
Even the he's got right under my skin is adding too much to that. But the literally part. And the pause, and then the literally, that just makes it creepy.
Yeah, that just makes me think weird, gross stuff that I don't want to.
That's some Dexter shit right there. That doesn't need to be in the book. 46. Maybe he was in her skin. Maybe Christian Grey is writing this story, and he's just Norman Batesing it.
Maybe.
He's just playing both perspectives, and she's in the basement under the floorboards. Okay. 46. Put the chicken in the fridge. This is not a sentence I have ever expected to hear from Christian, and only he can make it sound hot. Really hot.
Does, like, the put the chicken in the fridge, does that need to be, like, bold? Like, does that need to be, like, put the chicken in the fridge?
Have you watched any of the recent episodes of Shameless?
No, I haven't watched this season at all.
Well, Kevin and V go through this part where he becomes like this dominating guy.
Yeah.
Because he finds out it turns her on when he demands her to do stuff. Like, he commands her, fix my eggs, like shit like that. That's what that reminds me of. Is like,
I could actually see Kevin from that show saying that line, like,
put the chicken in the fridge.
Yeah, like that would make sense for that. Not this though.
Apparently, she just likes getting shit on. Hopefully, not literally. ... literally.
We still got 4 more we got to go through.
47 seems like a good one. I like your kinky fuckery, I whisper.
I do kind of like that one though. Like,
to be fair, no, not in a sexy manner, but I can see somebody saying that.
oh yeah.
I like your kinky fuckery. 40. We should probably put a warning before this episode. I'll go back when I do the intro and put an actual warning. This may contain strong and
this might have some kinky fuckery involved in this episode.
Kinky fuckery. 48. Christian, you are the state lottery, the cure for cancer, and the 3 wishes from Aladdin's lamp all rolled into one. Okay.
That's a lot there. Like,
so
how do you live up to that?
This abusive, clearly unstable person is the best man in the world.
I mean,
Has nothing to do with his millions or billions of dollars,
No.
whatever amount of money he has. Clearly, this guy would be just as attractive to these women if he was just some poor slob working at a McDonald's.
but still had the butt drawer.
Oh, he probably has 2 butt drawers then. I can't wait to see the butt fountain.
Oh.
You walk in, you have a chandelier, it's just a big dildo. I just imagine his mansion, or does he live in a mansion, or does he have... He said the 20th floor, so I'm assuming he just lives in like a condo or something. Anyway, 49. My subconscious has reared her... What the fuck is that word? Somnambulant head. My subconscious has reared her somnambulant.
SOMNAMBULANT.
I'm going to look that up. What does that mean? By the way, here's a good writing tip. If you pick a word and then you're like, I'm not quite sure, I'm going to go through the thesaurus and pick like the fifth word down on the list that means something similar. That's probably the wrong word to use. All right, here's the web search for this. Well, that's bad when I have to scroll down. Somnambulant. Walking or having the habit of walking while asleep. So sleepwalking, essentially. Why she couldn't just say sleepwalking, I do not know. So,
because that sentence would make even less sense then.
My subconscious has reared her sleepwalking head. That's just such a weird word choice.
Right?
And a phrasing of a sentence. That's terrible. I guess that's why I made the list. Number 50. I hope this is a good one. Oh, the sweet agony. His hands clasp my hips. He sets a punishing rhythm. In, out. And he reaches around and finds my clitoris. Massage. You like how I had the nice inflection on that?
Yeah.
Clitoris. I felt like that adds, but that's more for the story. I reaches around and finds my clitoris massaging me. Oh, jeez. I can feel myself quicken. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, I try not to hate on people. Like the writing, especially because she's successful.
Yeah. She's made a whole bunch of money, so...
But this is where like the competitive side comes in. There's so many writers who've made a quarter of what she has and have been not nearly as successful, and they're way better.
So much better.
Like there's college kids writing shitty poetry that write better.
Yeah.
It's abysmal that gets made into movies and becomes a bestseller and a best-selling series. Why?
I don't...
Like, I understand romance books doing well. I remember the old Fabio covered books in the 90s or whatever.
Yeah, like, I don't have a problem, like, if... Because, some people like to read those romance novels and stuff like that. That's one thing. And normally, like, there's, like, at least a bit of a story there and stuff, but, like, there's not, like, tampon throwing and dick toothbrush using and
See,
things.
but that makes it sound good. Like, that at least makes it sound entertaining. But the way it's written, it's not.
Yeah.
It's just so out of place. Especially the tampon pulling and the dick toothbrush. I don't believe it was actual dick toothbrush.
In my head and heart, it will always be a dick toothbrush. Like,
pardon me, sweetheart, but I have seemed to have lost my toothbrush. Would you have a good substitute?
I'm gonna have to ask somebody who's actually read this. Like, look, did she use his dick as a toothbrush? Like, is that what happened?
I'm feeling like if I need to brush my teeth and there's nothing around. Say I'm on a deserted island, it's just me, weird blob of toothpaste, and that's it. No sticks, I can't find anything. But there's a man's penis, of course. I'm thinking, should I brush my teeth with that erect penis that I have to get erect? Or am I just going to use my finger? Because I feel like the finger would be a better choice.
Right.
Again, I think we really read that sentence wrong. I don't know why that sticks out. Let me go back and look at some of these other ones. Alright, well, since that was a great example of awful writing, how about we go over just some quick writing tips so people don't write like that. And I've found a random article, the Stephen King's Top 20 Rules for Writers, which that seems pretty applicable, because On Writing was such a good book. Everybody liked that.
Even if you don't want to have anything to do with writing, that's still just a good book to just check out.
Well, even, yeah, because, I mean, it's part biographical, so,
yeah.
I mean, it was an excellent book. It was definitely one of my favorite novels. I just got done reading that the other day for the second time, because I read it when I was younger. Alright, I'm not going to read all 20 of these. I'll just read the ones related to actual writing. 2. Don't use passive voice. Now, I didn't see at least I didn't notice too much passive voice usage in those excerpts, but I would have a feeling that she would use passive voice at all, especially in that kind of story. I could see a lot of the way he's dominating her and stuff. She would just maybe even be purposely write in passive voice, but you don't want to do that. 3, avoid adverbs. She did not do that.
No.
Okay, number 4, avoid adverbs, especially after he said and she said. She definitely did not do that. No, there is a lot of adverb uses in abuses in the 50 Shades of Grey. Okay. Now don't obsess over perfect grammar. She fucking nailed that.
Yeah.
She nailed that. That is her favorite rule. Stick to your own writing style. Well, that's something she seems to have done.
She definitely got that nailed.
I don't. But did she though? Because she ripped off Twilight. Did she write like the Twilight series? Because I'm pretty sure there's a 50 awful lines of Twilight as well.
Oh, probably. I mean, and for granted, you could probably go like 50 terrible lines of like any like Stephen King book and stuff.
Yeah.
But
well, Stephen King shit on Stephanie Meyer about Twilight really hard.
So bad.
So I would imagine she probably didn't write very well either. But I mean, at least hers was the original story, kind of. I mean, who else had fucking sparkling vampires? Okay, here's something she really could have used. Leave out the boring parts and kill your darlings. Meaning, even if you really like what you wrote, like those long, flowing, pointless sentences that don't... Like, fucking cut that shit out.
Yeah, nobody needs that.
No. Like, we pointed out just a couple times in that little reading how many long, unnecessary parts of a sentence that just made it worse.
Yeah, it could have been done in the first part.
Yeah,
like
just the
2
first...
or 3 words.
Yeah, that's all you needed. She got on the elevator, she went up, whatever, however you phrase that. No, it whisked me away at a breakneck speed, at terminal velocity. That shit, no. That's bad writing. Because if you do that enough, what's end up going to happen is whoever's reading is going to get bored with it.
Yeah.
You can only have so much detail before you're just like, okay, fuck this. Trash. The research shouldn't overshadow the story. I wonder if she researched.
I can only hope.
Wouldn't that be some shit if that was part biographical on her part?
Oh, man.
Like the whole butt drawer and... Okay, that's going too far. Alright, that's about the most applicable ones for her. There wasn't too many. Especially the killing of the darlings, though. That's what she really needed. Perhaps in the future we'll do... Maybe we'll try to find 50 worst lines of Stephen King. Because I want to be... I don't want to just shit on E.L. James for whatever. Like I said, I didn't read the book. Maybe they're fantastic. And they're not. But maybe they have some merit. Obviously, the story had to be at least somewhat intriguing. Lord knows the movie was fucking awful.
See, I haven't even watched the movie.
Yeah, well, I got suckered into watching it, and I was the only one awake at the end. I was like, why am I watching this by myself?
So you can make fun of it later.
And I will tell you what, I did not get even mildly aroused.
No, not even a little twinge or nothing?
No, not even like a schmidgen of a chub. It was bad. Not that I wanted to see it, but I feel like being how this movie was aimed at women, why was there no dong?
Yeah, you'd think. A lot of dong. Well,
not even just a flash of a tallywhacker.
What about, were there at least like any ass shots or anything?
I don't really remember.
Cause you get that shit in like TV shows now, like, so they could definitely get away with that in like a movie.
Yeah, you would think.
I mean, hell, we get to fucking see Dong and Zack and Miri make a porno, like.
Nobody asked for that dong.
Well, no.
I feel like when it's
nobody asks for dongs in movies. Like,
here's the thing, if it's comedic dong,
yeah,
it's somehow okay.
Yeah, like Porky's.
Yeah,
like
Porky's dong. Or Boogie Nights dong, the big fake flaccid, that's fine. It has to be flaccid too.
Yeah.
Never in the history of any movie are you going to see an erection. Scary Movie, fake boner in the ear was the only one I could think of. It just doesn't happen. But I feel like if it was to happen, it should happen in the 50 Shades of Grey movie.
Yeah, it's like tailor-made for that. Like,
or Magic Mike would be another example.
Yeah.
Like, was there dong in that movie?
I don't know.
You got 4 copies of it.
Was so?
You got it signed by Channing Tatum.
Leave me alone.
What I do in my own house is my business and nobody's business.
It's one of those movies you watch on mute.
Whoa, that's even worse. It's like Showgirls.
You don't need words and stuff.
You don't want to hear
that up.
You don't want to hear Matthew McConaughey.
Well, maybe like hey.
You just keep on pause or unmuting it whenever he comes on.
That's it.
Oh God.
You know what probably would have been perfect is his like you could probably just took his character from Dazed and Confused and just moved it to that, and it probably would have fit in perfectly.
Most movies with Matthew McConaughey could be the same character.
Yeah, basically.
I would argue that. What else about this awful? What is the actual plot of this book? How does it start? Like I said, I saw the movie, but I don't even remember what the people in it look like.
I think it's like, I think like that the chick works at that company, is like a secretary or something like that, and somehow gets the attentions of this Mr. Gray fellow, and
maybe that's the winky smiley face.
Maybe that's what starts it all, is the winky smiley face, and somehow they get whisked on this erotic
Tryst
tale
across time and space.
Yeah.
I know it said winky smiley face, but I feel like he's more of an eggplant rain squirt kind of guy, right?
Yeah, that makes more sense. Somebody should make an erotic fan fiction of 50 Shades of Grey.
What happens if that goes down? Does it just keep going down and down and down until it comes full circle into a full Twilight series again?
Yes. Yeah. It becomes awesome somehow.
What would be a good sequel or a fan fiction version of 50 Shades of Grey?
Anything that I could have come up with is just too on the nose.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be good. Not well, it can't be worse.
You would hope.
I mean, I don't really understand how Twilight was turned into 50 Shades of Grey. Because, as far as I understand, Twilight's vampires, werewolves, and a shitty love triangle between the three.
And, there's, the vampire is, at least 100 years old, at least.
That's creepy.
If not,
and he's in high school for no reason.
Somebody was trying to, because, I was making fun of it, and somebody was trying to explain to me, he's like, well, no, he goes from, high school to high school, for so many years just to, because he's stuck at that age and to fit in and stuff. But it's still, you're 100 and
you know what I'm doing if I'm an immortal and I just have lived for way too long? Blowing hookers across the nation. I'm not going to high school.
Especially, if you're immortal stuck at the age of, 18.
Yeah. You're in your prime.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, if you're stuck at that age, all you're going to want to do is bone.
Right, you'd think. I mean, the only, sucky thing, I guess, would be you'd have, a hard trouble getting into bars. You'd always have to have a fake ID, that.
You have to have, I just watched a video of Andy Milonakis. He was buying Nicorette gum at, CVS, and they would not accept his ID and kicked him out because he's 41 now. Yeah. But he still looks the same because he has that weird disease. Yeah. So he doesn't age. And they're like, no, you're not. And he's just, so disappointed. I just be like, Google me, bitch.
Yeah, come on,
It's just, that'd be so shitty, though.
Have you never watched Waiting? I was in that thing, 15 years ago,
Well, that's fucked up. He would have to get a fake ID to say he's younger so he can actually buy the nicotine gum. I guess we should probably wrap this up. That was, probably an hour of nonsense. Alright, folks, we thank you for listening. If you would like, you can see our work at www.drunkenpenwriting.com, as well as follow us on our Twitter profile, which is at drunkpenwriting.com. They would not let us throw the EN in there because it was too long, so drunkpenwriting.com. And if you would like to contact us with any ideas for short stories or submission ideas or anything else, you could email us at drunkenpenwriting@gmail.com. Thank you very much. Until next time, keep on writing.
Have a good one.